I just think that a big country like England doesn't need a German coach to go and win the World Cup.
Next up, who is the best player in the world right now?
The guy is gifted like crazy. He sweats football for me. It's amazing. Cristiano Ronaldo, at 41 years old, has totally the right to think he's one of the best in the world and he's better than Messi.
Which club would you consider managing if you decided to become a manager?
Simple question, Chelsea.
Next up, who is the best player in the world right now?
I don't know because I can't compare a goalkeeper with a striker. It doesn't mean anything. So, but let's say Vitinha, Paris Saint-Germain.
How much would a prime Frank Leboeuf cost in today's game?
A fortune. I don't know how much, but a fortune.
Who in today's game reminds you of your own playing style?
I was thinking about that. I don't know anybody like that because football has changed so much. It's very hard. I like Mickey van der Ven, but I think he's more powerful than me. He's more skillful and he's a better defender.
Who was the best leader you played with?
I would put Dennis Wise, a real fighter.
Do you think today's players are too soft?
Football is too soft, or they have to cope with the situation. If they were allowed to do like we used to be allowed to, they would be like us. But yeah, they're getting soft, and the football is getting softer. Yeah.
Who is one player you never wanted to play against again?
Oh, one player never to. Oh, to say, well, the player who played right now, or the player who used to play?
When you were playing?
Oh, Alan Shearer. I fixed my nose. I'm good. I'm good with it. So leave me alone.
Who was the most underrated player you played with?
uh, I would say Gianfranco Zola. Because he's known in Italy, he's known by specialists of football, of course in England because he played for Chelsea. But when I talked about him in France, he's not very known, and I think that guy is at the level of Maradona, Zidane, and some other players. So yeah, I would say Gianfranco Zola.
Who was one player you wish you played with?
Um, well, I had the chance to play with all of them, but Ruud Gullit. I wish I played a little bit with him, but that was at the end of his career. I would have loved to play just behind him. Yeah.
As in the toughest, who was the hardest teammate you've ever had?
Marcus, 100% Marcus. The guy was a monster. Fantastic player, fantastic teammate, very smart guy, but on the field, a wire.
Who was the hardest player you ever played against?
Well, we go back to Alan Shearer. He broke my nose twice. He was the captain of England. He was allowed to do whatever he wanted. So, yeah, Alan Shearer.
Who was the biggest joker in the dressing room you were in?
For those who knows him, Christophe Dugarry was, and he's still the biggest joker.
Who was the most stylish teammate you ever had?
Roberto Di Matteo. Always, it was always perfect. Italian style, gentleman, great man, and yeah, with a lot of styles.
And who had the worst fashion sense?
I go back to Christophe Dugarry. The guy had long hair. He didn't care. The clothes didn't matter. And now he lost his hair. He still doesn't care. He says, "Well, you wear the beautiful Dugarry with no fashion, and you became the worst of yourself, but you don't care." So yeah, I don't care.
The World Cup. You mentioned your favourites earlier, and I'm going to ask you the question: why not England? Obviously, they've done well in the qualifiers, but come up short in the last few tournaments. Do you think Thomas Tuchel is the right man to win England the World Cup, or maybe it'll be trickier when it's not Gareth Southgate, which we're used to for so long?
Well, I love. I'm really fond of Thomas Tuchel. I just think that a big country like England doesn't need a German coach to go and win the World Cup. I mean, it would have been hard for me to see, and I'm saying that in a normal way, just talking about the culture of football. I wouldn't be happy to see an English coach for the French national team. We had one, I think it was a Romanian coach once in the 60s, but but I think big countries of football should have a coach from their own countries. And when Thomas Tuchel was nominated, I say, well, I'm not happy with that. I don't like it. With all due respect to Thomas Tuchel and the English Federation, but if they can win the World Cup with Thomas Tuchel, good for them. But for me, it's always something going wrong at a certain time with the English national team. It's why I just want to say, wait and see. Uh, it's why I put Portugal, Spain, Argentina, and France before England. But of course, you cannot deny that the talent is there, and if they can find the chemistry between each other, it's going to work. The biggest issue that an English coach or coach of the national team will find and will face with the national team of England is that at the time, at my time especially, clubs were more important than national teams. So it was hard to see the chemistry between the players because they were hating each other week in week out on the weekend. So, but now it's getting a little bit better. It seems to be that they appreciate each other and they're ready to work together. So it's possible, but I don't see England at the same level right now that the others.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. Moving on to Chelsea, and Estevão was such an exciting player. He's not starting yet in the Premier League, which is maybe what Chelsea fans want to see, but already people are starting to talk about him being one of the best players in the world in a few years. Can you see that happening? People think he might be a future Ballon d'Or winner potentially already.
Now, Ballon d'Or, I don't care because that's not something that I'm very fond of because that's an individual award in a full collective game. So doesn't really mean anything. But well, it's what you should call it MVP, and that's okay. And because people they pay tickets to see players like Estevão, that's for sure. The guy is gifted like crazy. He sweats football for me. That's it's amazing. But you have to finish the building of it. It's like a jury, you have to be precise and everything. And I think Enzo Maresca is right in a way that to protect him, don't put him there, and because he's still a little bit too young. And when he comes on, he makes the difference. So little by little, it's fine. And we live in a dictature of emergency right now in the world where everything has to be now, not like tomorrow, but now. So we have a star, so we want to see it and we want to burn him, and after we pass away and we get somebody else. I mean, when I talk about um, Gianfranco Zola, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo, R9, it took a long time to make sure those players were ready, and the media at the time were going slower in their definitions of who's a star or not. Nowadays it works differently, but I'm quite okay with what Maresca is doing with Estevao. As long as Estevao stays 10 years and give us like so many titles, like all fans, Chelsea fans will be happy. I'm happy too.
On Cristiano Ronaldo because he's still, one of the biggest stars in the world. He had an interview and he outright said that he thinks he's better than Lionel Messi. I know it's impossible to compare them. I mean, do you like that he says that? At least it shows that he won't accept that anyone else is better than him, even if maybe it's not true, but we don't know.
Well, he challenged everybody during his whole life as a football player, so he will never change. And he wanted to show that he's one of the best players in the world. Because again, he's the best player in the world in his position, but he's a bad centre back and a very bad goalkeeper, Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm pretty sure. Like Messi will be horrible in goal, but those two players changed the football in the way that they challenge each other to for the best top scorer, whatever it could be, and they reach the top of the top. And Cristiano Ronaldo, at 41 years old, has totally the right to think he's one of the best in the world and he's better than Messi. And I'm sure Messi thinks the other way around. So it's not really important, but he feels good with that. I'm happy with him.
Yeah. Do you think it's a shame that, people have talked potentially about Ronaldo going to MLS, but it's a shame we never saw them play together? Do you think it could have worked, or are they two big stars and maybe it wouldn't have worked?
Well, I saw Paris Saint-Germain play with Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe. It didn't work, did it? So, it's already complicated to play with a big star in the team because you have to put the star and the teammates around. which it's completely normally the opposite. You know, you solid, you pick up the best players, and then you put your star, and the star has to do his job. So it worked with Cristiano Ronaldo, it worked with Messi, but when you have all the stars in the same team, well, for the others, it's complicated. And we saw with Paris Saint-Germain that the team was cut in three guys and the rest of the team, and that's impossible to play like that.